Joining us today is Northeastern State baseball coach Travis Janssen. Coach, you guys are about 2.5, 3 weeks away from the beginning of your season. Where do you feel like you are heading into the 2013 campaign?
I really think we're in a good place. It's kind of a veteran group in some certain spots, and we do return a lot of guys from last year. And year number 2 is always a little bit smoother than the first year. So as far as the expectations of as a coaching staff, what we're looking for, that part's been smoother, and the guys have worked hard. As I just indicated, they're kind of a veteran group, so it's been a group that understands it's important to practice every day and work hard every day, and they're anxious to get opening day here, but they're also done a good job of just trying to prepare every day to be in the best physical shape that we can be.
Now, you touched on it earlier, but you are heading into your second season as the head coach here at NSU. What are some of the differences between, you have your first year, you don't know the guys yet, but now they're in your system, they know you, you've had a chance to go out and recruit some of your own players and things like that?
Well, I think communication, I think familiarity, I think those two things are the first words that pop into my mind. When it's time to do a certain infield drill, the infielders that were here last year, they know what I'm looking for, and that goes for the assistant coaches also. Last year was our first year together, all together, and so certainly there's a learning curve that goes on in that first year where everybody's kind of in a mode where they're trying to figure out where they're coming from. So that part's been a lot of fun this year, just the fact that the communication, I guess, it's not better per se, but just everybody understands what we're looking for.
Now, you had a 19-win improvement last year. You were 25-24, but that was in a schedule that was completely independent, whereas now you're joining this new conference, the MIAA. Talk about your excitement to be in a conference, but to also, how that's going to affect, the level of competition that you're going to play this year.
Oh, I think it's a wonderful thing. Last year being an independent year, of course, you do the best you can with the situation you're in, and of course everything was positive and all that, but just being a part of a conference and being a part of a first-rate conference, as the MIAA, it's just the competition will just be a lot of fun, just being able to check conference standings and just the small things like that, and you actually feel like you're a part of something. That'll be a neat thing, and that was something that was missing from last year. And we're very excited. I think it's going to be a very balanced league, and we played a lot of those people last year, so it's not like we're just going into the league blind. I think a third of our schedule maybe was against MIAA folks last year, so we do have some familiarity with the teams.
Now, as men's basketball is proving right now, the preseason polls don't really mean a whole lot. They were picked 14th. They're currently second in the league. So from a team that was picked 11th, where do you think that you would like to see the team be at the end of the season?
Boy, I couldn't even speculate. I just hope it's a lot higher than 11th. I don't know if that's the right coach speak or not, but I hope we can prepare and just take every game as they come and work hard, not try to get too far ahead of ourselves, and I hope we can work hard and do the things that it takes to earn a very respectable spot in the league. I couldn't even begin to speculate where we might finish up, and I think that would be foolish for me to do that, but it's a good question. I just think it's a situation that we can't get too caught up in that, and we just have to work hard to take care of the games at hand, and then somewhere in late April we'll kind of look and see where we are, and hopefully we're in a really good spot.
For all the fans that like to follow along on the website or come out to Thomas C. Rousey Field and watch the team play, who are some of the big names that we should look out for this year?
Well, I don't know if big names is quite the right term, but I think what it is we have some guys that played a lot last year, and I think, again, going back to one of the first questions about there's some familiarity and there's some experience, and anytime a coach has experience, obviously there's a little bit more comfort sitting in that dugout. So, up the middle, we have 2 seniors, Chad Davidson and Keegan Knight. They're both first-class people and very, very good players. They'll both bat somewhere in the top of the order. We return outfielders, Trent Wilkins, Greg Jackson. We return some guys that played a lot of innings. And newcomers, too. Boy, they've come in and just done a tremendous job in boosting our athleticism and the type of players that we have. As far as on the mound goes, again, we return at the top of the stat sheet. When you look at the pitching, we return a lot of those guys. So it's a comfortable thing, when you have guys that have returned coming back.
Well, Coach, you opened the season at home with a 3-game set on February 16th and 17th against Northwest Missouri State. So right out of the gate, you have a big conference matchup. So best of luck to you this season, when we hope success for you.
Boy, thank you very much.
All right, baseball coach Travis Janssen.